Graduation season in our little Texas town is supposed to be all smiles, barbecues, and shiny new cars lined up outside the high school. My nephew, Ethan, had just graduated top of his class. Hardworking kid, polite, never caused trouble. I promised him my old Ford Mustang as a gift. Not just any Mustang, though. This one was a restored '68 fastback, cherry red, rebuilt engine, polished chrome, the kind of car that turns heads even in a parking lot full of trucks. Everyone in town knew about that car. And, unfortunately, so did Karen Langford, the HOA president who made it her life's mission to ruin mine. The day before graduation, I pulled into my driveway to find Karen's teenage son, Tyler, circling the Mustang like a vulture. He was wearing his varsity jacket and a look that screamed entitlement. "Hey," I called out, "can I help you?" He grinned. "Yeah. My mom said you're giving this car to me for graduation." I blinked. "Come again." She said since we live in the same community, it's only fair. You've got 2 trucks and a ranch. I deserve this one. It'll look better with someone younger anyway. I almost laughed, until I realized he was dead serious. "Kid," I said, "this car isn't yours. Never was and never will be. It's a family gift. You can tell your mom that." He rolled his eyes. "You'll regret that. Mom said HOA rules give her authority over unused property in community driveways." I chuckled. "Son, that rule doesn't apply to me. I don't live under your mom's delusional empire." He stormed off muttering something about lawyers. I figured that was the end of it. Oh, how wrong I was. The next morning, graduation day, I woke up to the sound of an engine roaring outside. Not my truck's engine. Not Jesse's ATV. Something lighter, faster. I ran outside and nearly fainted. The Mustang was gone. Tire marks streaked across the gravel like a getaway scene. I grabbed my phone, checked the security footage, and there it was. Tyler, wearing a suit, joyriding out of my driveway at 6 a.m. His mom standing at the gate, waving him off like he was in a parade. I called the sheriff immediately. "Sheriff, I've got a vehicle theft. A red '68 Mustang. Got the thief on camera." The dispatcher's voice was calm. "Copy that, sir. We'll alert units near the school. Any chance you know the suspect?" "Oh, I know him," I said. "It's HOA Karen's kid." Fast forward 2 hours. Graduation ceremony. Everyone was in their Sunday best, cameras flashing, proud parents crying. Then, like clockwork, the sound of my Mustang engine echoed across the lot. Heads turned, and there was Tyler, pulling up right in front of the school auditorium, revving the engine like he owned the world. Karen stood nearby, filming on her phone, smiling proudly. "That's my boy," she said to anyone who'd listen. "Graduation gift from a generous neighbor." That's when 2 sheriff cruisers rolled up behind him, lights flashing. The crowd fell silent. Tyler's grin faded as the deputy stepped out and said, "Son, turn off the engine and step out of the vehicle." Karen rushed forward. "Excuse me, officer. There's been a misunderstanding. That car was gifted to my son." The deputy held up his tablet. "Ma'am, we've got video evidence of your son breaking and entering private property and taking this vehicle without consent." Her voice rose an octave. No, that's community property. We're part of the HOA." The sheriff, who happened to be my cousin, stepped up, tipping his hat. "Karen, I told you last time, his ranch ain't part of your HOA. That's called grand theft auto." Everyone was watching. Parents, teachers, the principal, even the marching band. Karen's voice cracked. "You can't arrest him. It's his graduation day." The sheriff replied, "Then he can graduate straight into the county jail. Cuff him." Tyler started crying as they read him his rights. Karen screamed, "You'll pay for this. I'll sue you for defamation, emotional distress, and property mismanagement." I just leaned against my truck and said, "Add auto theft to your list while you're at it." 2 days later, I got served. Karen was suing me. Her claim? Intentional emotional damage and breach of community property laws. My lawyer, who's handled more ridiculous HOA nonsense than anyone alive, couldn't stop laughing. She's suing you for reporting a stolen car? He said. That's a first. We went to court. The judge, the same one who had thrown out her garage fraud case, looked tired the moment he saw her name on the docket. Mrs. Langford, he sighed. I see you again. Let me guess. Another dispute with Mr. Hayes. She huffed. He humiliated my son on his graduation day. By calling the police when your son stole his car? She fumbled her papers. It was a misunderstanding. The judge leaned forward. The only misunderstanding is your belief that HOA rules override state law. Case dismissed. Mr. Hayes, you're free to pursue damages if you wish. I didn't need to. The community did it for me. Within a week, Karen was voted out of the HOA board, banned from attending school events, and forced to pay restitution for the damages to my car, which, by the way, came back with a dented fender and a cracked windshield. As for Tyler, he spent 48 hours in county lockup and learned that Mom can't fix everything. A month later, I got a thank you note from the sheriff's department. Appreciate your patience during the incident. On the bright side, that Mustang purrs like a dream. Mind if I take it for a spin during the charity car show? I wrote back, sure, Sheriff. Just make sure Karen's nowhere near the keys. Now, every time I see a graduation parade go by, I can't help but grin. Because somewhere out there, Karen still tells people it was all a big mistake. But everyone in town remembers that day, when her son's diploma came with handcuffs, and her lawsuit went down in flames.